Have you ever wished you could stop time, just for a moment, to catch your breath, to escape the relentless ticking of the clock that rules our lives? Well, what if I told you there's a place where time, as we know it, simply doesn't exist? A place where the sun never sets in summer and never rises in winter. Welcome to Longyearbyen, the world's northernmost town, nestled in the Svalbard archipelago of Norway. Here, deep within the Arctic Circle, the concepts of day and night become blurry, and the rhythm of life is dictated not by the clock, but by the extreme seasons. Imagine living for months in perpetual daylight, where midnight feels like noon. Then, just as you get used to it, the world plunges into months of complete darkness, a polar night illuminated only by the moon, the stars, and the ethereal glow of the northern lights. How does this constant battle with light and dark affect the people who call this place home? How do they work, sleep, and live when the very foundation of our daily routine, the rising and setting of the sun, is gone? Today, we are journeying to this extraordinary town at the top of the world to uncover the secrets of a life lived without time. Life in Longyearbyen is an experience that challenges everything we think we know about daily existence. For starters, let's talk about the midnight sun. From late April to late August, the sun doesn't set at all, it just circles the sky 24 hours a day. Think about that for a second. You could be hiking a glacier at 2 a.m. under a bright, sunny sky. Kids play outside in the middle of the night. The town has a constant, vibrant energy. But it comes with a challenge. How do you sleep? Residents become masters of blackout curtains. Their bodies have to learn to ignore the biggest cue for sleep we have, darkness. Many locals say they feel incredibly energetic during this period, fueled by the endless light, often sleeping just a few hours a night without feeling tired. It's a surreal, almost magical experience, but it's only half the story. Because when the sun finally dips below the horizon in late October, it doesn't come back up until February. This is the polar night, or mørketid as the Norwegians call it. For nearly 4 months, Longyearbyen is shrouded in 24-hour darkness. This isn't just a long night. It's a deep, profound darkness that changes the entire atmosphere of the town. The bright, snowy landscapes are lit by powerful streetlights and the headlamps of scooters, creating a cozy, almost otherworldly glow. For many, this is a time for social gatherings, for cozying up in cafes, and for appreciating the quiet intimacy of the community. It's also the prime time for one of nature's most spectacular displays, the aurora borealis. On clear, dark nights, the sky above Longyearbyen explodes with dancing curtains of green, pink, and purple light. It's a breathtaking reward for enduring the long darkness, but again, it poses a challenge. The lack of natural light can lead to a drop in energy and mood, something doctors call seasonal affective disorder. To combat this, people stay active, socialize, and use special light therapy lamps to mimic sunlight. Living in this cycle of extremes forces a different kind of timekeeping. Instead of marking days, people in Longyearbyen mark seasons. There's the light winter, when the sun is below the horizon but the sky is bright. Then comes the Sunfest week in March, a huge town-wide celebration to welcome the sun's first reappearance. This event is a bigger deal than New Year's. People gather on the old hospital steps, the first place the sun's rays touch, and they cheer as that sliver of light returns after months of darkness. It's a powerful reminder of how connected they are to the natural world. Then comes the midnight sun summer, followed by the dark winter or polar night. The clock on the wall becomes less important than the position of the sun or its complete absence. Your body, not your watch, tells you when you're tired or hungry. It's a more intuitive, natural way of living. Beyond the light and darkness, time in Svalbard is also frozen in other ways. For instance, it's illegal to die here. Seriously, the permafrost, the permanently frozen ground, means that bodies don't decompose. To prevent the spread of diseases from preserved corpses, the terminally ill are flown to the mainland. The town's small cemetery stopped accepting new burials over 70 years ago. It's a stark reminder of how the environment dictates every aspect of life, and even death. This place is also a time capsule of history. You can find abandoned Soviet-era mining towns like Pyramiden, left almost exactly as they were when the last miners departed. A statue of Lenin still stands, watching over a ghost town where time stopped in 1998. It feels like walking onto a movie set, a perfectly preserved piece of the Cold War era, frozen in the Arctic landscape. It adds another layer to this idea of a place outside of time, where the past is physically present and undisturbed. So how does this all shape the community? The shared experience of living in such an extreme and isolated environment creates an incredibly tight-knit bond among the residents. There's a strong sense of looking out for one another. You have to. When you step outside the town limits, you enter the domain of polar bears, and it's mandatory to carry a rifle for protection. This constant, tangible risk fosters a deep reliance on your neighbors. Everyone knows everyone, and community events are the lifeblood of the town, especially during the long, dark winter. People from over 50 different nationalities have chosen to live here, drawn by research, adventure, or simply the desire for a different way of life. They form a unique, resilient, and surprisingly cosmopolitan community at the edge of the world. They've learned to adapt not just their schedules, but their entire mindset. They don't fight the darkness, they embrace it. They don't take the sun for granted, they celebrate its return. This brings us back to our original question. What is it like to live in a place where time and exist in the way we understand it? It's a life of profound contrasts and deep connection to nature. It teaches you that time is more than just numbers on a clock. It's a feeling, a rhythm, a cycle of light and dark, energy and rest. The people of Longyearbyen haven't stopped time, but they have learned to live in harmony with a different kind of time, one that's wilder, more extreme, and perhaps more human. It makes you wonder, what could we learn from them? How could we be more in tune with our own natural rhythms, even in our busy, clock-driven world? Maybe we don't need to move to the Arctic to find a piece of that timelessness. Maybe it's about finding moments to disconnect from the clock and reconnect with the world around us, and with ourselves. The experience of Longyearbyen is a powerful testament to human adaptability and the search for a life less ordinary. It's a place that gets under your skin and changes your perspective on the world. It shows us that even in the harshest environments, a vibrant, warm, and joyful community can thrive. It's a reminder that our rigid schedules are a human invention, and that there are other, older rhythms we can tune into if we just listen. So next time you feel overwhelmed by the relentless pace of modern life, think of Longyearbyen. Think of the sun that never sets, the darkness filled with northern lights, and the people who celebrate the return of a single ray of light. It is a place that proves that the most memorable moments in life often happen when we stop counting the minutes and start living in the moment. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the top of the world. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into the extraordinary. See you next time.